Have you ever laid in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering why you just can't fall asleep like you used to? Maybe your body feels tired, but your mind keeps running, thinking about the past, the next day, or that little ache in your back that wasn't there 20 years ago. You're not alone. As we get older, sleep doesn't always come as easily as it once did. And yet, it's never been more important. Good sleep isn't just about feeling rested in the morning. It's about healing. It's about memory, mood, even immune strength. When you're over 60, sleep becomes one of the most powerful tools you have for living not just longer, but better. And believe it or not, the secret to deep, restorative sleep often lies in what you do before your head hits the pillow. In this video, we're going to chat about 5 simple, feel-good habits you can add to your evening routine. Nothing complicated. Nothing that requires fancy equipment or drastic change. Just calming, healthy choices that support your body and mind. These small bedtime habits can make a big difference in how well you sleep, how strong you feel, and how much energy you have for the things you love. Let's start with something that might sound almost too simple, the act of winding down, truly slowing your body and mind after a busy day. Now, you might say, but I'm retired. My days aren't busy like they used to be. And that might be true in terms of appointments or meetings, but your mind can still be busy. Your thoughts, your emotions, even your phone or the TV can keep your brain alert when it should be winding down. That's why creating a wind-down window before bed can be so powerful. Think of it like a soft landing at the end of the day. Just 30 to 60 minutes of intentional calm. That could mean turning off bright lights and switching to a lamp. It could mean listening to some gentle music, reading something light, or even just sitting quietly with a cup of warm chamomile tea. And that brings us to one of the most soothing bedtime habits, having a calming drink that signals to your body that it's time to relax. Chamomile is a popular one because it's gentle, naturally calming, and easy to find. But there are other lovely options too, like warm milk with a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a blend of herbs like lemon balm, valerian root, or lavender. Not only do these drinks help you relax, but they also create a kind of ritual, a familiar comfort that tells your brain, it's time to rest now. It's these kinds of gentle cues that really work well for older bodies. We don't respond as well to pressure and force when it comes to sleep, like tossing and turning or trying to make ourselves fall asleep. Instead, we benefit from these quiet rhythms, these consistent habits that teach our body what to expect. And a warm drink at the same time each night, that's one of the simplest, most effective signals you can give. Now, here's another one that doesn't get enough credit. Putting away screens. I know the phone or the tablet can be comforting. Maybe you like checking the news, scrolling through family photos, or watching a quick video before bed. But those glowing screens, especially late at night, can confuse your brain. They keep you alert when your body is craving rest. If you've ever noticed that you're wide awake after checking your phone before bed, that's no accident. The blue light from screens actually tells your brain to stay alert. It messes with the natural rise of melatonin, the sleep hormone that helps us drift off peacefully. And unfortunately, this effect tends to hit older adults even harder. So here's a gentle challenge. Try setting your phone down at least 30 minutes before you plan to sleep. Put it on a nightstand or even across the room if you can. Instead, fill that time with something softer. Maybe you light a candle, write in a little journal, or just listen to the quiet of the evening. You'll be amazed how quickly your body responds when it's not battling that artificial stimulation. These changes may seem small, but that's the point. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to care for yourself in a way that fits who you are now, not who you were 20 years ago. You deserve peaceful rest. You deserve to wake up with a little more spring in your step, a little more clarity in your thoughts. And it starts with how you treat yourself the night before. Now that we looked at how winding down and creating a calm environment can set the stage for better sleep, let's ease into some deeper habits that support your health even while you rest. One of the most powerful habits you can embrace before bed is a simple, gentle stretch. You don't need to be a yoga master, and you definitely don't need to get down on the floor. But a few light movements before sleep can do wonders for your joints, muscles, and even your digestion. Think of it like this. Throughout the day, your body holds on to tension, especially if you've been sitting for long periods or feeling a little stressed. That tension doesn't just disappear when you crawl under covers. It sits in your shoulders, your hips, your lower back, and sometimes it's the reason you toss and turn at night. But if you take just 5 or 10 minutes before bed to stretch slowly and mindfully, you give your body a chance to let go of that tightness. Imagine standing near your bed, reaching your arms gently toward the ceiling, rolling your shoulders back, bending forward just a little to stretch the spine. Nothing forceful, just ease and breath. You might even try seated stretches if standing feels unsteady. Lifting your arms, twisting gently at the waist, circling your ankles. These small movements help your body shift gears. They tell your muscles it's okay to rest. And they help increase circulation, which becomes especially important as we age. Better blood flow means better oxygen to your brain and organs, both of which support deeper sleep and longer, healthier years ahead. Another beautiful habit that goes hand in hand with stretching is something many people overlook after retirement: reflection. Not big, heavy thinking, just a quiet check-in with yourself. Because the truth is, our days often blur together when routines slow down. But every day, no matter how simple, holds something worth noticing. One powerful way to reflect is by keeping a gratitude journal near your bed. You don't have to write a novel. Just jot down 2 or 3 things that made you smile today. Maybe it was a phone call with your grandchild, or the way the sunlight looked through the trees. Maybe it was the fact that your knees didn't ache quite as much when you got up this morning. By focusing on the good, especially right before bed, you shift your brain out of stress mode. And that matters, because our minds love to hold on to worry, and worry is one of the biggest enemies of restful sleep. Gratitude, on the other hand, softens the mind. It brings peace. It reminds you that no matter your age, there is still beauty in your life, still moments that matter. Even more, this little habit of reflection helps build something deeper: purpose. And purpose, studies show, is one of the biggest predictors of long life and well-being in older adults. When you end your day with a sense of meaning, you rest easier. You breathe deeper. You wake up with a little more lightness in your heart. And speaking of breathing, let's talk about one of the most underrated tools for better sleep and longevity: your breath. You've had it with you every single day of your life. And yet, so often we forget how powerful it can be, especially when you use it on purpose. Breathing deeply, slowly, and with intention before bed can quiet your nervous system almost instantly. It's like a built-in signal that tells your heart, your muscles, and your mind, you're safe now. You can rest. Try this tonight. Once you lie in bed, place one hand on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose, letting your belly rise like a balloon. Then breathe out even slower through your mouth, as if you're blowing through a straw. Do that for just a minute or 2, and you'll likely feel your body sink a little deeper into the bed. This kind of breathing lowers blood pressure, reduces anxiety, and helps prepare your brain for deep sleep. And unlike medications or fancy gadgets, it costs nothing. It's yours anytime you need it. What's really special about these bedtime habits is that they aren't just about sleep. They're about how you live, about treating yourself with kindness, about making room for peace, about giving your body and mind the care they've earned after so many years of carrying you through life. These rituals, stretching, reflecting, breathing, help you return to yourself at the end of the day. They create moments of connection, quiet, and self-love. And over time, they don't just help you sleep better. They help you feel better, more centered, more vibrant, more alive. Next, we'll ease into one final bedtime habit that can truly transform your nights and support your health in ways that go far beyond sleep. Sometimes, it's the smallest habit that makes the biggest difference. And this next one is so simple, you might be surprised at just how powerful it can be. It's a habit of turning off screens, TVs, phones, tablets, at least an hour before bed. Now, I know that watching a little television at night can be comforting. It keeps you company, fills the quiet, maybe helps you unwind. But here's the thing. Screens give off a kind of light called blue light, and that light actually tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. So instead of winding down, Your body stays alert, your mind stays active, and your sleep, well, it suffers. The body has something called circadian rhythm. It's like your natural clock. When the sun goes down, your body starts producing melatonin, which is a hormone that tells you it's time to sleep. But when you stare at a screen too close to bedtime, especially in a dark room, your brain gets confused. It holds back that melatonin. And suddenly, you're lying in bed wide awake, wondering why you just can't seem to fall asleep like you used to. So here's a little experiment to try, just for a few nights. Instead of reaching for the remote or scrolling through your phone, turn everything off an hour before you plan to go to bed. Choose something that feels soothing and slow. Maybe it's listening to soft music. Maybe it's reading a light-hearted book. Maybe it's simply sitting in a cozy chair with a warm cup of herbal tea and letting your thoughts drift quietly. This time away from screens helps your body return to its natural rhythm. It makes it easier to fall asleep, and even more important, it helps you stay asleep. And good sleep is one of the most important pillars of a long and healthy life. When you sleep deeply, your body repairs itself. Your heart gets a rest. Your brain clears out toxins. Your immune system gets stronger. Sleep is like medicine that doesn't come in a bottle. It comes from honoring your rhythm, your needs, and your well-being. Another bedtime habit that goes beautifully with this is creating a calming nighttime ritual. Think of it like a gentle routine that you follow each evening, something that signals to your body, the day is over. It's time to rest now. This doesn't have to be elaborate. In fact, the simpler the better. Maybe it's brushing your teeth, washing your face with warm water, turning down the lights, fluffing your pillow just the way you like it, and sliding into bed with a soft blanket. When you do this in the same way, around the same time every evening, your body begins to anticipate it. Your mind starts to relax even before your head hits the pillow. These small, consistent actions become cues for your nervous system. They tell your body that it's safe, that the day is done, that it can finally let go. And when you do this night after night, something magical happens. You begin to fall asleep more easily, stay asleep more deeply, and wake up feeling just a little more refreshed. And here's the beautiful truth. It's never too late to begin. You don't have to wait for a perfect night, a perfect plan, or a perfect version of yourself. You just have to begin tonight with something small. Because the road to better sleep and a longer life isn't about big changes all at once. It's about the quiet consistency of taking care of yourself, one evening at a time. When we were younger, bedtime often felt like a routine we had to follow. Brush your teeth, say goodnight, lights out. But now, in this stage of life, it becomes something else entirely. It becomes an act of love, a chance to honor your body, to respect your years, to treat your time and your rest as something valuable. And the truth is, the better you sleep, the better you live. Your mood improves, your memory sharpens, your body feels lighter, stronger, more capable. You wake up feeling not just rested, but ready to enjoy your morning coffee, to smile at the sunshine, to laugh with friends, to take that walk, to keep doing what you love at any age. So tonight, when the day winds down and the house gets quiet, give yourself the gift of rest. Turn down the lights. Breathe slowly. Stretch gently. Reflect on what made the day meaningful. And most importantly, remind yourself that you are worthy of good sleep, of good health, and of good years still ahead. And if this video resonated with you, if even one small part felt like something you want to try, go ahead and share it with someone you love. Because we all deserve better nights and brighter mornings, no matter how many candles are on the birthday cake. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're building a space here where age is celebrated, wisdom is shared, and well-being is always within reach. There's so much more we'll explore together. Here's to peaceful evenings, deep sleep, and living fully one bedtime habit at a time.